In Luxembourg, a starry sky for a Nuit Blanche or a white night at the Domaine Thermal de Mondorf. With the support of Cedrus Partners, here's an evening prepared with love by the premium magazine team and the staff of the SixSeven restaurant for the benefit of the Cancer Foundation. A white night that puts stars in the eyes of fine gourmets, all in association and with the benevolence of Quallista.
J'ai vu et j'ai pu prendre conscience que la Fondation a fait un gros travail.
I saw and I was able to realize that the foundation has done a lot of work on welcoming people who were returning after a long illness. My message today would clearly be, fight, don't give up, be warriors, and we will support you. Even a small drop, but I'm sure that many small drops brings you rivers and oceans.
Une petite goutte, mais je suis sûre que plein de petites gouttes vous feront des rivières ou des océans.
On the menu for this exceptional evening, 6 chefs, 7 stars, and exquisitely refined dishes. My name is Pierre-Louis Brossard. I'm the executive chef of the SixSeven restaurant in Luxembourg. So tonight, I wanted to take care of the cocktail nibbles. There will be crab meat with curry, Granny Smith apple, and then there'll be a vanilla verbena tomato jelly with a cherry tomato like a candy. I think that cooking is like what we're doing tonight, sharing knowledge and skills between everyone to please the customers. So tonight, 206 customers for a good cause.
For
tonight, we're planning to make a carpaccio of carabineros, which is a beautiful variety of shrimp, gambas, red ones, on which we're going to put a little citrus jelly. We have the Malasol caviar from Rover Caviar. We have a little bit of Ribot milk, a fermented Breton milk that's also called kefir in some parts of the world. And below that, we have a little tomato and calamondin bavarois, which is a citrus fruit that I really like that I discovered in the Landes a few years ago. That is in fact a hybrid between a kumquat and a mandarin. So if we can, with our little experience and our available time as chefs, participate in a work like this, it's with great pleasure. I take great pleasure in cooking, in creating an emotion, creating a moment. That's what I look for in any case, in the restaurants that we have.
C'est ce que je recherche, en tout cas dans les restaurants qu'on a.
My name is Maxime Collard from La Table de Maxime, a 2-star Michelin restaurant in Belgium with also hotel rooms. Trout from the region was at the heart of the first starter. As always, it's the philosophy of having the best product, then highlighting it, working it in a contemporary way, bringing touches of freshness. It depends a little on the seasons too.
Après de le mettre en valeur, de le travailler de façon contemporaine, d'amener des touches de fraîcheur. Ce soir, j'ai préparé de la truite qui va être marinée.
So tonight I prepared trout that will be marinated. It's a trout filet that will be marinated with a small brunoise of cucumbers, radishes and mango to really bring freshness, accompanied by a smoked trout rillette, a gazpacho of cucumbers and nasturtium flowers, flowers from the garden. It's always important for us, at least for me as a chef, to be able to promote cooking, to also be able to help out at an association, such as this one tonight, and it's something that was close to my heart.
Et c'est quelque chose qui me tenait à cœur.
And it's one of the great references of Luxembourgish gastronomy who deployed his talents for the second starter, the 2-starred chef of the restaurant Ma Longue Souris. I'm going to make a painting. It's good because these are works of art. It's a patchwork of 3 sauces with a stuffed zucchini flour, with work on the langoustine, and a whole variation around the zucchini, with the end of the zucchini that's been roasted. The peduncle has been pickled, and this flour that's swollen, that's cooked and even blown, that will be placed in this patchwork of color with 3 colors, a work on corn, a work on squidding, a work on watercress, black, yellow, green. The basic technique of cooking is essential. Afterwards, you can play a little with peripheral things, where you'll have a little fun to do interesting things. But the jus remains a traditional jus technique, and the cooking too. In any case, we do very traditional cooking at home. We remain in the tradition of cooking roux, with a resting time, basting with butter, etc. So there are things that will never go away, at least at my place, that's for sure. Between the tastings, the atmosphere was provided by talented artists. And to raise funds for the Cancer Foundation, an auction offered under the hammer of Lux Auction Luxembourg works of art and prestigious pieces, including enamels from Longue Vie. Before moving on to tasting a signature dish. Hello, I'm Benjamin Pâtissier, chef at the restaurant La Chaboterie, with 1 Michelin star. I spent a few years alongside Pierre Gagnère, so on the very creative, very original side. And then I also spent about 10 years at the Pyramide in Vienna. So a lot of hard work, a lot of techniques, and I think it's this combination of a little bit of both that makes my cuisine today. To highlight the product, beautiful products, preferably close to the restaurant, and highlight them, not distort them too much, and bring them a little originality. Tonight it's a sea bass filet that's cooked very gently in hazelnut butter. Underneath, there's a little mashed potato with preserved lemon, and a champagne saffron emulsion around it. Hello, Frédéric Simonin, starred chef and best worker of France. I'm a restaurateur in Paris. My mentor? Well, Joël Robuchon. It's even written on the jacket. I was one of his chefs for 5 years, one of Joël Robuchon's executive chefs. So we had 2 stars in the Michelin Guide in Paris in the 16th, the opening of workshops in London and then Paris, and then beautiful Parisian establishments like Le Doyen, the Hotel Maurice for 5 years, the Hotel Georges V, the Taïwan, and then myself, a starred chef at the age of 27. So I think that cooking has no end in itself, it has no limits. That is to say that we're always inspired by people, always by colleagues, by a collaborator, by a trip, for example, by a window, by a jewelry store, where there's a form that can inspire us, by anything.
Ce soir, c'est une volaille.
Tonight it's poultry cooked at a low temperature, with a corn condiment, because I worked on the poultry's diet, and a crispy polenta with a miso egg yolk condiment.
Une polenta croustillante avec un condiment jaune d'œuf au miso.
Another highlight of the evening, the raffle, still for the benefit of the Cancer Foundation, and its highly coveted prizes between travel and a private cognac tasting. It's enough to welcome the dessert with enthusiasm, a creation by a young woman awarded the Michelin Passion Dessert Prize 2023.
Ma philosophie de la cuisine, c'est surtout le partage. Dès que j'ai commencé à faire de la pâtisserie...
My philosophy of cooking is above all sharing. As soon as I started baking, when I was little, it was first to please those around me. And then today, I want to please my guests by enhancing beautiful products. I'm originally from Haute-Savoie, so my particularity will be to highlight the products of my region. This evening, precisely, I brought back flowers from home, from the mountains, meadowsweet. So we will have a dessert around meringue, meadowsweet, rhubarbe and strawberry, with a little crunchy pine nut.
De la rhubarbe et de la fraise avec un petit croustillant au pignon de pain.
The Nuit Blanche of Premium Magazine is an occasion for beautiful gastronomic discoveries, for the benefit of the noblest of causes.